Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Shadow Generations. So we've completed the first couple of levels, so what we're doing now is we need to do some little side missions so that we can get the keys necessary to get to the boss. These work very similar, they're pretty much the same thing as with standard generations, where basically you have to do these quests in order to get the keys to open up the boss room, which basically are like with this one, it's basically you need to reach the end of the stage while going through a certain number of these rings. Jump, there you go. So yeah, you have to jump through a certain number of these rings before you reach the end of the stage, and if you don't, then you fail pretty much. Oh. Here we go. We need one more, and we're done. So now just boost all the way to the end, and there we go. And boom. It's actually, all of these side quests are actually really easy. There's nothing difficult at all about them, really. The only difference here is that in the original game, basically, in Generations, you just needed to basically, there were 3 boss doors for you to open, so that meant you needed to complete 9 of the side quests. In order to get the keys. With Shadow Generations, you need to do every single one of these side quests. Not all at the same time, mind you, but you do have to basically get them done. So you have to do all of them, which is a little bit of a different thing. There we go. Freeze time. So yeah, with this quest, you have to complete the level by using the Chaos Control to basically slow down time, to allow you to reach the end of the stage. Well, that went horribly. There we go. Managed it. There we go. And boom, done. Again, nice and easy. And there we go. That is the first 3. That's the first 2 side quests done. So let's grab our first key. So now we've moved on to the next one. So this one, you need to collect a set number of rings and reach the goal in time. And this one's on Rail Canyon. This one took me a couple of tries, I remember. Basically, the rings one are the only ones which I find slightly tricky. Just because, you know, if you get hit, you lose a load of your rings. So, yeah, you can be in a lot of trouble if you're not careful. So, yeah, it can be a bit of a pain in the ass to get the so many rings ones. There's also ones later on where you have to take certain pathways to be able to get enough of the rings. And if you go down the wrong path, then you're basically fucked. So, there we go. There we go. We've now got enough rings. Oh, now I don't. And yeah, look at that. I went from 108 down to 8 to 22. So yeah, proper fuck this one up. So yeah, I think I fuck up here. Is this where I fuck up? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, there we go. Try again. This time I've got 150, so yeah. We're nearly done. Yeah, this one is a bit of a pain just because there's a lot of that kind of shit. You know, reaction times reaction time kind of homing attack chains and stuff like that. Bit of a pain. But there we go. We got it done. So, get this one. And this one is... Okay, you need to destroy a certain number of targets with the Chaos Spear attack. It's basically like... it's basically like going on a on-rails shooter kind of thing, where, quite literally, where you basically just hold triangle when you see things, and when you're on your way and you see things coming up, just keep holding down the triangle button to destroy. So yeah. Nope, that didn't work very well. So how many do we need? We need 25. I've got 17, so another 8 to go. This one's actually really fun, and they don't do this one too much, I don't think. There we go. Let's blow those up. There we go. So yeah, it's just about... There we go. And we're already done. Like I say, this one's really fun because it's kind of really fast-paced, and you have to shoot enemies as you're going along. So it's a lot of fun in that regard. So there we go. Yeah, and once you've done all the things, and that kind of restores... It does a similar thing with Frontiers, where it restores more kind of platforming sections for you to go through and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. And more collectibles. So yeah, this one I remember the first time was a bit of I had a bit of trouble with. It's you have to kill a certain number of the artificial chaos. I mean, as long as you pay attention to where they all are, as you go along, you keep looking for them. You shouldn't have too much trouble. But the first time I did this level, oh my god, I had such a hard time, and it took me 2 or 3 attempts before I got it. Got it right. There you go. Yeah, it would probably be better if I was using the Chaos Spear, but I didn't really think about it. I just was like, fuck it. Omni attack, bitch. Boop, boop. There we go. Moving on. So yeah, we need to kill another 10 of these bastards. By the way, it's kind of nice to see Artificial Chaos back from SA2, so thank you. You know, it's kind of nice to see these guys back. That's what I mean, it's kind of nice to see enemies that haven't been around all that much. I'm gonna miss, aren't I? Yeah, there you go. In the in the shadow portion of the game. Oh, jump. Yeah, you need to destroy all these. This is where I had trouble, because I was like, oh. And okay, there we go. Now that's where I go. But there you go. Artificial Chaos got. So, fuck. Next one. Okay, so these ones are really fun. I actually really enjoy these. You were given 1 ring at the start of the stage. They're like that, and now you have to basically go through a pretty difficult platforming stage without getting hit. I mean, if you get hit, you just lose the ring, and then you really can't get hit. But it's kind of fun to try and go through a pretty tricky platforming stage, whilst, you know, being worried about all the enemies. There. Oh! Yeah, you can pick it back up as well. Oh! So yeah, you can pick it back up again. You know, I should have really used Chaos Control there, but Well, there it goes. Now I have to be careful. There we go. Ooh. And boom. Done. Like I say, these ones are fun. They usually have pretty tricky platforming to do. And now we've got all 3 keys, so now back up we go. With all 3 keys in hand, let's open up the way to the first boss. This is one area where I'll say that where Shadow Generations is significantly better than Sonic Generations. Fuck. Shadow Generations is significantly better than Sonic Generations because the boss fights are really fucking fun. They weren't bad in Generations, apart from the final boss. But these ones are just awesome. I just love them. So yeah, we're starting off with SA2. And we're facing off against the Bio Lizard. Apparently, the Bio Lizard was a boss fight in Sonic Generations 3DS. From what I understand, never played the 3DS version of Generations, so I don't think it's the exact same boss fight though. Oh, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Oh god. Yeah. It can go horribly wrong, and it did go horribly wrong. Yeah, avoid his head, avoid his tail. You've got to try and stay in the middle, and there we go. Now jump over the energy balls that he fires out of his mouth. Just keep avoiding. And this is pretty much exactly the same as in the actual Sonic Adventure 2 version of the fight. Ride and homing attack. Boom! So that's pretty much like the first, that is like what we would expect in the original game, but now he kind of grows like electrodes out of him. And yeah, this is where the fight gets a bit different. But this fight's really fucking fun. So yeah, you wait for him, and then he's going to use one of his hands. Jump. Ah, you're supposed to avoid. Basically, you avoid where his hand is. So there, avoid, jump over it, and then beat the shit out of it. And it turns them into balls, and then this is very similar to the original fight as well, because that was basically the last phase of the original fight in SA2. And they have to do this a couple of times, so jump, jump. Yeah, you have to try and avoid all of them, which makes this, it's the most annoying part of this. You have to try and there we go. Once you avoid all 3, do the same thing again. Homing attack. Get to the middle ball and then start beating the shit out of it. Right. I think it's this. Yeah. So now we're on to the final phase. So avoid that. And then smack one of the arms. Same thing again. Boop, 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 and homing attack. So I think, yeah, this is the final phase now. So in this phase, he basically jumps up onto the wall and kind of sticks and gets a bunch of electrodes shoved into his back. Okay, this seems fair. Yeah, I don't need the hint, I just wanted the rings. Yeah, so now he's going to start shooting all these things at you, so use triangle, just keep smashing the triangle button. Wait until everything's kind of finished shooting at him. Until... Okay. Now he's going to shoot a big energy ball. Use Chaos Control and smack the living shit out of it. And boom, kick it back at him. And that gives us more of these balls. So yeah, homing attack. Get to the center and boom. One last big punch. I really like how epic. God, these fights are so epic. Yeah, this first fight is pretty. It's not super hard. It is a little bit tricky for a first fight, first boss, but Jesus Christ, it's so much fun just to beat the ever-living crap out of him. But there we go. First boss done and out the way. BioLizard is done. And we get a new ability, which we won't be seeing for a little bit. We'll see in that next part. Oh no, well, am I showing it? I might be showing it at the end of this, I can't remember. We'll see. So yeah, once you've got the first third done, then basically we get a whole new section added to the overworld. With a couple of new levels for us to go through, as well as some collectibles to find and stuff like that. So yeah. Hey, Doom Eye. Oh, it's Black Doom, which is such a ridiculously edgy, over-the-top name. In case you don't know, Black Doom was the main villain in Shadow the Hedgehog, and basically hasn't appeared since. Basically, the whole idea of Shadow the Hedgehog was about Shadow's kind of origins, and we kind of get a bit retconned here, where in Adventure 2, it was Gerald, Gerald Robotnik, who built Shadow, who made Shadow, and in Shadow the Hedgehog, it turned out that basically he was created by Gerald, but he was also, Gerald was helped by this guy named Black Doom, who basically gave him his blood to be able to create Shadow. So yeah. So basically, what Black Doom wants in this game is he wants us to go through all these levels and basically unlock the big Doom thing up in the sky, and that will basically unlock his full power. And he also wants us to keep going so that we unlock our full power as well. So Shadow unlocks his full power, and then they can join together and become, and he can take over the world. It's basically Black Doom using the shit that's going on with the Time Eater to basically concoct his own plan. Anyway, we get our new ability. This is our second ability. We've got the Doom spears. Now this one is a completely different one, which is kind of a weird one, but it's a nice addition, I will say. So yeah, this is the this is basically an ability to allow us Doom Surf. We can go along water at super high speeds and attack things. It's used mainly in the levels we've got coming up, but that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Sonic Generations, Shadow Generations rather, when we will be going to the next 2 levels of the game. So yeah, see you next time.